Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another Propaganda Review with me, your host, Imperial Dan, covering today Kingdom. Yeah, that's basically its Kingdom. A bit of a unique sort of strategy game-ish thing. Well, basically, all you do is, press either left, right, or down. That's basically what the game amounts to. And then you basically sort of pick up gold. It's a bit of an interesting game in that sense. In that sense, it also is a bit tricky to explain. I mean, basically, you're the king of this tiny little kingdom. You hire people, buy equipment for them, upgrade stuff, and then you're sort of somehow supposed to survive and, win the game. Winning the game, once you figure it out, you'll, have it there. In a certain sense, the game is about exploring, trying to figure out that every single time it's a randomly generated sort of area you get into. There's all these sorts of, for example, shrines here. What could this do? You'll have to find out. You might find merchants, huge stacks of cash. This one's important. I'm not going to try and tell too much. Then again, that also makes the game a bit, tricky, because there are some important details in that sense. And really, this is a good sort of, that we don't like. Yeah. So basically, sort of build up into a day-night cycle. Every day, you hire people, get gold, usually sort of through hunting initially, later on farming. You upgrade stuff, you build walls. Walls are important later on. And you can also build towers, though currently, game-wise, they're not that good. And hopefully the developers are working on it. They certainly seem to be sort of acknowledging there are some bits there. And overall, there are all sorts of tricks and details here about it. Overall, it's a very fun game. In particular, you walk through the initial stages of your kingdom. They're just trotting through or riding through, looking at the people toiling in the fields, throwing coin at you as they earned it. I mean, that's really how... No, that's not how things are supposed to work, but you get the idea. It sort of has a nice, interesting feeling. Again, you sort of get the feeling you're building out a kingdom. Of course, at the moment, it also quickly sort of hits a bit of a, how should we put it, gap. It very quickly plateaus. I mean, you get to a certain point and then the game sort of turns into a grind at the moment. I mean, overall it's fun, but it very much hits that point. If you're sort of a player who's perhaps a bit, on the slow end, it can also quickly turning a bit punishing, and I believe they're all sort of a bit aware of that. But overall, it's sort of a game built into cycles. There's a lot of exploration. There's sort of, trying to find out stuff, which again also means, again, it makes a bit dream for detail. And again, it also means to a certain extent, once you sort of hit that point, and again, it hits not too early, but still somewhat there, the game also quickly diminishes. And hopefully, again, I mean, they have said they're planning more stuff, and if that's true, great. But at the moment, of course, you might find yourself going, I mean, it's cheap, it's not frightfully expensive. And again, you sort of have a lot of playthrough, because it took me a lot of time before I even won the game once. I died a lot of times, and half the time, it's because I did something silly. Also, pro tip, don't stand near the catapult when it's firing. Do not do that. You're going to regret it, and you're going to regret it very fast. Just a detail there, but again, day-night cycles. You'll occasionally have the blood moon, which usually signifies something not good as well. So, I mean, in that role, also very important. The music's actually quite nice, very sort of nice, atmospheric. It's not always there, it's just, occasionally hits there. Sound-wise, it's also nice. Graphically, again, it's nothing impressive, but it creates actually a very nice setting, very nice, smooth there, atmosphere. And there we go, we got this sort of, enemy there, some kind of greenish blob, people with red faces or something. I'm not entirely sure what to call it. But again, it's a very atmospheric game, and again, despite, I mean, you just press a few buttons most of the time, and that basically, again, it's left, right, down, and that's it. You probably won't actually never need anything else, yet somehow it actually got sort of really stuck on me. I just play it for hours every day until I finished, and again, that's sort of a bit, again, the problem with the game, it's a bit limited at the moment. Again, it rather hinges, fairly on for some people. Again, there's going to be that promise of more. I mean, if you really love this sort of playstyle, I mean, you sure can play it again and again. But overall, it's a nice little thing, and you can certainly waste some hours on it. But again, at the moment, I very much have to warn, it does sort of plateau in terms of the experience, in terms of, again, building up, which is really fun, because you'll never have the same place. You'll always have to wonder, consider up, plan ahead. But again, it just hits that point, and the game turns from building up and such to just turning into a grind to win the game. And that really mars the experience, I mean, again, it turns a really nice, fun, to some extent beautiful game into something less than that. And that, again, is why I'm disappointed. Again, otherwise, it's a really fun game, really great for what you pay for, and again, what you get. But again, they need to work on the ending part. The late game essentially is very flat, very shallow compared to those initial parts. So again, it hinges very much on what the developers do next. So I think that rather covers, again, fun little game. You move about, throw coins, upgrade stuff, and again you sort of get more stuff there, build up your armies, build walls, and so on. Now, I'm not going to try and tell so much there, because, that's going to ruin the experience. If people really want that, tell me in the comments. I'll make a video sort of with specific tips and so on, and we'll have at that. But anyways, quick little propaganda review here of Kingdom, available on Steam. Really fun though, but again, late game. So, thank you all, and see you all another time. Bye.